nice to see you again. As you've probably gathered from my collection in front of me, I'm going to talk about brooches and pictures in general today for this top tip. I'm afraid I'm a collector, as you've probably gathered. I love cameos, but there is a reason for that. I'm going to have a museum at some stage and I want a wall of cameos. Sounds awful, but in my head it looks lovely. And what I've done over the years is collected them from car boot sales and charity shops, anywhere else where they're cheap, because none of these are valuable, none of them are gold, none of them are very valuable. Because even I stop at really pulling things to pieces if they're valuable. There are several kinds of pictures here though I want to talk about. These are in fact silk pictures, bought as they are. You could see from the backs what they were. They were padded, but they're very light. They will go on a wall without any trouble at all. Another one I picked up is this one, which I've shown you once before, but I didn't do it justice because this is embroidered by hand by some lady, and it was a brooch. It's actually again light. It would be lovely on a wall. Excuse me. The same applies to one or two of these others, which I won't tell you about in detail. I was lucky enough at one stage to pick up 3 little brooches. You can see there were brooches. This one is embroidered, beautiful tight embroidery, and these 2 are hand painted, far finer than I could do. But I thought they were lovely and they'll go on my wall sometime. Some of the pictures, of course, are too heavy, and the brooches are too heavy. These, for instance, very heavy. This one's still got the back on. If the picture is too heavy or the brooch is too heavy, all I've done with this one is put on a small piece of wire, glued on, a piece of tape over it, and that will hold up on any wall. But it's such a nice picture, as are these. And these are in fact not Meissen, Limoges. And they're lovely. Again, they were just little plucks I bought. This one I believe was a brooch, and this is a locket. But she's so beautiful I might wear her, I'm not sure yet. These were scarf. Do you remember we used to wear scarves in the 1960s and clip them down using these? We took the back off this one. When the other one is done, I now have a pair that are light. They can go on the wall with blue tack or tacky wax. A very lovely little picture. These are belt buckles, as is this one, come to think of it. Very, very light, made of plastic. You can see the belt buckles because they've got their little clips cut out, which I did. As light as a feather, but look how pretty they look with a picture book behind. These were hand painted by a friend. I didn't do these. I might have a go at watercolours later. How effective they look. Now these 2, back to the cameos. This was £1.49 in a charity shop. I bought 2. That's what I did with the second one. This is a cutout from Doll's House World, and I've got more to show you. But these are in fact pendants. And I suppose the point of this exercise is to say, when you're looking for pictures for your house, don't limit yourself to pictures, square pictures, round pictures. Open your eyes to anything else that's going. This is quite interesting. Again, it was a brooch, which is rather nice. I then went into a 99p shop, which I do because they often have little bargains that you can use in miniatures. Have you looked? You should, really. They're quite useful. I found a whole pack of these. Now these, I don't know what they were for originally because they've got a little tag on the back, but they're plastic, very, very light. A little bit boring like that, but that's what I did with that one. Do you remember Grandma's, when you visited Grandma and she had a mirror with things stuck on the front, you never quite knew what they were? They were sort of flowers built up around the mirror. It reminded me of that one. And also this one it looked like forget-me-nots, so I painted forget-me-nots on that one. I don't know who the lady is, she's nothing to do with me. It's how it was when I bought it. You can see how light it is and how easy to put your own picture in there. As I say, I had the whole lot for 99p. So do keep an eye open for those. This one I bought in a craft shop recently to show you specifically. That is a little heavy, so I think it would probably need a wire attachment on the back or a little nail for that to hook into. And if you use a very thin sheet like this, which is a card, this is just holding a birthday card on the front, using Doll's House World cutouts, there you are. You can put a photograph in, a picture in, a member of your family if you wish. And with that in front, one layer in front, it looks rather nice. The reason I mention that, because it's very, very thin, and if there isn't very much space in here, you will be looking for something much thinner. And talking about Doll's House World cutouts, for those of you who don't have Doll's House World, and you really should, because it's wonderful, these are all from there, all sorts of pictures that you can get, like this, and you can cut out part if you wish, or use it all. If you don't have Doll's House World, which will be a surprise to me, look out for these at car boot sales or charity shops, and you can pick these up for £1. The Athena one is in fact full of all sorts of prints, including modern, because you may not wish to have old-fashioned prints. And another one, this is a Christie's catalogue. I think this was £1.50. And I show you how well used this one is, because I have friends who often come round and take pictures. And I don't worry about that, because that's the purpose behind it. But look at these beautiful pictures. And you can see where they've been cut out by friends over the years. And this, lastly, is William Russell Flint, one of my favourite artists. Look at those beautiful prints in there. And I picked this up from an art shop. Sells pictures and paints. So have fun with your pictures, don't limit yourself. I hope you liked some of these. It's all a bit mad, but I do collect them anyway, so I've got them in a box somewhere. A lot of these are going to go on my walls in my different houses over the years. They come and go as my taste changes. I hope you got something out of that. I certainly did, because I love talking about them. See you very soon. Bye-bye.